Chronicles of RJ. It's Monday. I survived the first day of the week. Thank goodness. I thought I would, just do a close out of my day really quick and talk about something that's in the news current. The Waffle House shooter. That's what I'm calling this fool. The Waffle House shooter. I don't know his full name or nothing. I haven't even gotten into that. But I heard that they finally caught him. And I just feel like, I don't know if anybody else feel like this, but I feel like it's racially profiled on us, black folks, because black folks be at the Waffle House. We go to the club, you know what I'm saying? We kicking it, we partying, we chilling. And then at the club, we go to the Waffle House. Either that, or if you live in parts of Tennessee, Crystals. Y'all remember Crystals? Yeah, we used to go to the club, go to the frat party, the sorority parties, hang out, whatever, go to people's houses, and then we would go to Crystals. Parking lot would be packed out like it was the club. Anyhow, this young man decided that he wanted to shoot up a Waffle House in Nashville, Tennessee, which at one point I lived in as well. And so I'm like, wow, really? That's what you chose to do? You was feeling some kind of way, so you decided. So I'm thinking it's connected to black people. It has to be. Because he know we be packed in the Waffle House. He know that. He know that's what we do. We go to the Waffle House and kick it. You know what I'm saying? Have a good ass time. All types of folks walk up in there. And I'm just like, damn, dude. I mean, what? Okay. Now, this is what's really fucked up about the whole situation. Follow me. Okay. So this young man was, I believe it was 2016, I believe. Because he's of age. He not like some 18, 19-year-old. This fool like in his upper 20s knocking on 30. So he not no kid. You know what I'm saying? It's a grown-ass man. So about 2 years ago, I heard that he was put on not like a terrorist list, but he was put on a watch list because apparently he tried to break into the White House, or he tried to I don't want to say invade, that's a strong word, but he tried to, go through security. He tried to get through there. So he was already on a watch list. And apparently when he was investigated, they found out that he owned multiple firearms. And I'm talking about like not just pistols, I'm talking about like rifles. I want to say automatics. So the government confiscated, the police and whomever else was involved, federal government was involved, and they, confiscated his weapons. So his weapons were given to his father. And, I don't know anything about his family makeup or whatever. Obviously it hasn't really gotten that far. But apparently this young man's father decided it was a good idea to give the guns back to him. So this fool gave his fool of a son the guns back. And one of those guns, automatic or whatever, was used in the Waffle House shooting. Isn't that ironic? So I'm like, shit, they caught the son. They need to charge the daddy too. Get his ass as well. Because who the fuck does that? Like, that your son has already proven to be a danger to himself and to others. The fool tried to go up on the White House. I mean, that's one of the most securest places in the fucking world to fucking go. You can't get into the White House. Dude, you can't just walk in. You can't decide, you know what? I'm feeling kind of froggy today. I'm just going to get my ass and I'm going to, go try to break into the White House to rush up on the president. No, you can't do that. Who does that? So then his father, who to me is an idiot, because the son, I believe there's going to be proven to be some type of like mental illness at some point. That's just what that's what I'm assuming. This is my feelings. And I think the father may not be too far behind that motherfucker. He may be like a couple of marbles loose as well. Because if you know that your son has already been deemed to be a little bit off, and I don't know if they've done that, if they've actually medically, said like, hey, he's a risk or he's mentally ill or whatever. Because like I said, the whole story, the last time I saw it earlier this morning, the whole story hadn't come out. I just saw a little snippet real quick before I went live that said that he had been arrested. in the shooting of 4 people. But, you know, I'm sure they're going to delve more into this young man and his life and all that, and which is going to include his parents and that stupid ass daddy of his as well. They didn't mention his mama, so I don't know. She may be in the picture, she may not. Regardless, all I know with a capital S is that this fool decided to go up in a Waffle House and shoot the place up. And, you know, I just feel like there has to be a reason behind that. I'm telling you, it's gonna be connected to race for sure. They said he started shooting in the parking lot first, and then he went on into the Waffle House. And there was a gentleman that, which I have not seen this gentleman's face or heard his name. There was a gentleman that pretty much tackled the young man and got the gun out of his hand, and the young man, I guess, left. But I was told that his coat that he had, his jacket or whatever that he also had with him, also had other weapons or artillery of some sort in the jacket. So it wasn't like he walked away and he didn't have no guns on him. Like, supposedly he still had that. But anyways, I was told that this gentleman, this is secondhand information I got, this gentleman that actually wrestled with this young man to get the gun out of his hand had made a comment that, you know, he has a 4-year-old daughter, and, you know, he didn't want to, you know, he didn't want to die and all that. So, you know, he was like, he took it, he found it. When the young man, I guess, pointed the gun, the barrel down to the floor, towards the floor, he felt like, you know, this is my chance. Let me go ahead and jump in and do what I got to do. So he went ahead and took the gun from the gentleman. And from what I heard, he left. And I heard it could have been way worse, which, you know, kudos to this gentleman for standing up and saying, you know what, I don't want to lose my life because I have a family or whatever, and I want to live, you know, I want to go home to my child, so I'm going to jump in and do what need to be done. Kudos to him. And it's a blessing that it worked out, but it could have gone south. It could have gone a whole nother direction. So I'm just like, okay, you know, it's good it worked out, but it could have gone south, truly. But anyways, I just want to talk about how these people nowadays feel like it's okay to do these mass shootings, especially when it comes to kids. I mean, the Waffle House shooting wasn't children. I think it was mostly adults. But, I mean, wrong is wrong. I mean, you shouldn't be shooting up a place no damn way. If you want to shoot somebody, shoot yourself. Fucking kill yourself. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do. If you feeling some kind of way, if you got something going on, don't go out and hurt other people. Innocent people. People that don't have shit to do with your plight. Don't have shit to do with your issues. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that it's okay to go after somebody. I'm just saying that if you feeling some kind of way because of whatever issues or voices or whatever is going on in your mind, whatever is leading you to take these actions, you need to take it upon yourself to do it to yourself. If you feeling some kind of way, harm yourself if that's what you want to do. I mean, I'm not saying I want that. I want to be clear. That's not what I want. But I would prefer to minimize casualties and to keep innocent people from losing their lives, whether it be adults or children or both, men and women. I would prefer that you know, do it to yourself. You know, people are always going out and shooting up schools and libraries and public venues. Nah, motherfucker, kill yourself. Jump your ass off a fucking bridge or something, trick. Don't hurt somebody else. Who does that? I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? No one's life is perfect. Everybody has issues. You don't think I wish I couldn't just motherfucking act out? You don't think that I don't have those days where I want to choke a motherfucker out? I do, but I want my freedom. I want to keep my freedom. I want to be in good health. I want to live a decent life. I want to live a good life. You know what I'm saying? I want to be rewarded after all this life is over with, whatever you believe in. I want to be rewarded for that. You know what I'm saying? But to get up in a motherfucker and try to shoot a place up because you're upset at the government, or you're upset at your mama, your daddy, your wife, your girlfriend, you got left out of something, or, you know what I'm saying, you missed the lottery by 1 digit. I'm just being funny. But real life, if there's something you feeling bad about, you need to go to a therapist or a priest or a pastor or somebody. Go to somebody. I mean, there's no need for you to get out and shoot a place up. That's just ridiculous, people. I mean, really. And I mean, truth be told, there is a profile to this. Okay. These people need to be profiled, and they need to be, their profile needs to be put out. You know, they need to start, you know, preparing people for this shit. I don't mean just the shooting itself. I mean, prepare these people to see the sign when a person is chemically, unbalanced, or is mentally ill, or is having some challenges and they need help. You need to show people how to, figure out if their child or their significant other or their brother or their sister is maybe going that direction. I'm just saying something needs to be done. Here where I live right now, they're putting together a task force, which includes students and authorities and, teachers and things like that, which I think is awesome, to get prepared in case something were to pop off. And I get that. And that's awesome. That's being proactive. Totally for that. However, I think that in order to keep that from even being necessary, a motherfucker need to be paying attention to their fucking kids. That's what the fuck you see. Back in my day when I was growing up, y'all know I'm 40, almost 41, not shaming my age. You know what I'm saying? Kids didn't just act out like that. That shit that happened at like Columbine and shit, that's the first thing I remember of that magnitude happening, with kids deciding they want to go in and shoot a school up. That's the first time I've ever heard that. And then there was a shooting in Arkansas that happened. I was trying to get the name of that. But that wasn't something that went on when I was growing up. When I was growing up in the 80s, early 80s, 90s, that shit wasn't going on. You know what I'm saying? So this is some new shit. This is some new shit that's happened in the last, off and on for the last like 20 years. That's not the norm. That has not always been going on. These kids are needing help. They need help. They need structure. They need support. They need organization. They need discipline. And see, what's happening is the issues are not getting handled as a youth, in their younger years. So then they're growing up still dealing with these same issues. They become adults and then they take it out on the world as an adult. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying they need to be profiled. They need to be profiled, and somebody need to pay attention and figure out what the fuck is going on with these kids who now are turning into adults doing this shit. This is, what they like to call, this is domestic terrorism, because it's not a foreign body coming in here. Now, that may be the case in some cases. That may be the case in some situations where there is some type of like influence of a different, religious belief and all that onto the U.S. soil. I get that. However, these motherfuckers they not being persuaded. They just fucking crazy going out here acting a fucking fool because they didn't get beat down as a kid like the rest of us motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, somebody need to help these folks. They need to pay attention to the signs. They need to look at the red flags. They need to look at the alerts. They need to pay attention, and they need to fucking take a step to help these folks out before they turn into these motherfuckers that's going around shooting folks like that motherfucker in Nevada, in Las Vegas, that killed all those people. You know what I'm saying? Shame on him. And that was a super grown ass man. I mean, he was old as fuck and rich. And he out here killing motherfuckers. I'm telling you, the signs are there, people. Pay the fuck attention. For fuck's sake. So we can stop having these fucking shootings. Something is going wrong in this country. It is not just about our government. There is shit going on in our homes, with our children, in our families. In these different institutions that we have that exist in our society. We need to be fucking paying attention. That's what the fuck we need to be doing. Stop blaming everybody else. Look in the fucking mirror. Shit. Anyway. Okay, Hunter. I just wanted to speak on that real quick, because when I saw that shit this morning when I was, getting up, I was like, this is just getting fucking ridiculous. That this shit is going on. And then people just going up, shooting people in their house. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's getting out of hand, people. Okay? Shit. Anyway, please leave a comment. Please like my video. Subscribe if you feel up to it. I'd appreciate it. Pass the word. And we'll talk again about something else that's going on. Hopefully not as fucked up as this. All right? Y'all have a good evening. Thanks for joining. Bye.